get ready to do this. Y'all know this is pre-Ajabu Speaks. And what happens with pre-Ajabu Speaks, you get things said or aware of things before they are said on Ajabu Speaks. So welcome. We are trying to develop and things are moving. Just left from Louisville, and largest church there in the metro city is trying to help black businesses to become more prominent within the neighborhood. And shoot, they act like they want to help me. You know, I ain't mad at them. You know, it's so hard. Damn. To be recognized in your own hometown. You know, folks, you go everywhere else and people recognize you, help you, trying to make some things. But you know, old Crab is still doing his thing up in here. But we are going to move forward accordingly, because we want to put together a forum on this election. Y'all see that stuff? Sheesh. I mean, and now the military even talking about, shoot, if he give us a illegal order, how they going to respond? And by law, and you got to understand, by law, they supposed to do what they told do. You know, when I was in the military, shoot, we didn't pay you to think. We pay you to carry out orders. Your job is to carry out orders. And so no matter what you think about the order that might be given to you as a military man, you're supposed to carry it out. Boy, that's bulked up, you know. But that ain't what I want to talk about. This is what I want to talk about. And I'm getting ready to make it happen here. That ain't what I'm looking for there. Let's take that down. This is what I'm looking for. Welcome. For those who don't know, this is Elder Emoji Ajabu, your host for Ajabu Speaks. This program is dedicated to stripping the clothes off of well-dressed lies, and there's a bunch of well-dressed lies running around here. So this program is X-rated, because the truth will not have on any clothes. Because you're going to get the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. Because I am unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt-naked truth. And what I have been doing, and I do this from a Pan-Africanist line of thinking. How is life, and I use an experience in my life, how is life, and I project that to so that other people can look at what's happening in their life and see how to use it to understand how they fit in the life. I want to make sure that we understand how we are fitting in this life, and I want to use an experience that I had with my family, because I got a granddaughter that is a par excellent drummer, and her grandmother put together a thread on the phone so that the family members could support her in a fundraiser that she was doing in order to get some stuff for the band, blah, wee, squee. And so I happened to be in that thread, you know, as the Paw, and I saw it as an opportunity to share with people about the program and other political things going on, and people, some voiced their opposition. Ajabu, look, this is not what this thread was set up to be. It was straight up to be support for Katana and not for you to espouse your political thing. I said, damn. Okay, I hear you. You understand what I'm saying? Because all of this is going along, and I want to make sure all of us are aware of what's going along. But these people are saying that, look, my family. Look, we some in my family, not all, and most were silent. But there was a vocal minority talking about, look, we don't want to hear that. I said, damn. And it reminded me of a good friend of mine who the writers of history say that the same thing happened to him. He was sent on a mission by his father. And his father's mission was to go tell people, go tell it on the mountain, go tell the people that something is going on. And what the something was the liberation. You know, my friend, y'all know him. Most of you, if you don't, you should get to know him. They call him Jesus. His father sent him on a mission and said, son, go tell the people that there's things going on, you know. Tell them about Babylon, you know, the Roman Empire. Tell them that oppression that they are going to experience or are experiencing, that it's going to come to an end. Jesus, this is your mission. But the people, preachers in the church, did not want Jesus to go out there and giving the people messages, so they sitting back scheming on how they can stop Jesus from giving the message, even though some people, and in this regard, it was Jesus's family, to include his mother, did not want him to be giving out that message because it was causing problems. It was causing a stir. And so when Jesus, after Jesus had done come off the road and on the mission with his disciples, and they was hungry, and it happened to be the Sabbath, it happened to be Sunday, and the Pharisees, who was the preachers, was telling Jesus, when Jesus told the disciples, "Oh man, shoot, I know it's Sunday, but you're hungry. You know, shoot, go on and get you something to eat. Pick you something up out of the field. Eat it, it's all right." And when the Pharisees saw that Jesus was telling the disciples that, they said, "You breaking the law." And that's what they was going to use to try to stop Jesus from giving the people the liberation message from the Father, that look, this stuff is going to be over. Troubles, heartaches, and pain is going to be over. Keep the faith. But the Pharisees, the preachers, said no. And Jesus told them, well, don't tell me which one of y'all would lose one of your sheep, one out of your herd, and it fall down in a hole, and you wouldn't do the work to save that sheep because it's Sunday. And not one of them said that they would allow that sheep, which, you know, at that time, that's wealth, allow that sheep to stay in that hole and die, and they couldn't get a benefit from what they done put into it because they done fed it, and then, you know, it's shed. You can make clothes up out of the wool and stuff. not one of them said, "No, Jesus, we let him die because it was a Sunday." And Jesus told him, "So you value a sheep more than my disciples? Get out of here!" And when Jesus told them that, it caused a stir among the people, and they started following him. And those that followed him, among those that followed him, was people that was hurting because of the oppression. They was sick. They was beat up. And Jesus told them, say, "Look, you're healed." And Jesus' word was a little stronger. Jesus could speak, from what it says in Scripture. He could speak and he could heal people, and he did. And he healed people. And when the Pharisees saw it, they was upset again. That dang on Jesus is telling them people that if you believe and you do what you're supposed to do, then our Father is going to help us get up out from under this oppression. And the Pharisees did not like it. And so they again was scheming on Jesus. And part of the scheme was, "Look, man, you can't heal people on the Sabbath. That is against the law. You're working for the devil. Peaceable." And Jesus told him something. Now, y'all need to go and sit yourself down, because if you're working for the devil by feeding the hungry and healing the sick, then you that devil that you worshiping is not the devil. You worshiping God. That's what God would have us do. That's what my Father, our Father, which art in heaven, would have us do. They would have us to help leave an oppression. And if you understand the story, Jesus was supposed to be the defining event that liberated everybody. Him coming back was supposed to be the liberator. He was supposed to be the liberator. And the Pharisees didn't like that. And so they was making it known, and they were scheming on Jesus. And when the people followed him, and he's talking to them, the people come to Jesus and tell him that some of his family members, including his mama, was there to see him because they got word that he was upsetting the Pharisees, the preachers, the people that was part of the power structure. And Jesus said, "Who is?" I mean, and this is a profound question. Understand, these family members, Scripture says his mother and his brothers, but understand that these family members, Jesus asked the question, "Who is my family? Who is this coming to ask me about what I'm doing in my work to try to liberate our people, which is the task that my Father, our Father, has given me? You want to come and question me about what I am doing? Who are you?" And he told him, he says, the people that are my family is about the business of my Father and our liberation. And so he was not concerned that his family members was coming to get in the way. And what I'm trying to say is, what happened to me made me think of how Jesus told his family members, "Shoot, you need to know this. This is a message from the Father." And so he separated himself. And if I were to put a title on this message, I say it's about separation. Sometimes you got to separate yourself from stuff that's going on in your life. You can't hold on to it, and you know sometimes separation is hard. You know many, probably right in our family, if not in the neighborhood, you know somebody that's been abused by a spouse, a man is abusing a woman, and people are telling her most of the time. This is the players telling sister, oh, you need to get out of that relationship. Get out of that relationship. That's not something that you want to be in. And she's saying, look, she can't get out of it. Why? He's using you. And she's saying, well, shoot, if it feels this good getting used, then use me up. Which is not in her interest. You don't want to exist in an oppressive situation. You want to separate yourself from that. And see, this is the reason why, and this gets to the political end of it. This is the reason why that our sister Kamala did not win. Part of the reason this election against Duck. You know Duck, look like a duck, walk like a duck, talk like a duck. You got Donald Duck. You know Duck, and the reason why she didn't beat Duck. Some of it was because that she would not separate herself from the policies of Genocide Joe. People was upset that Genocide Joe was supporting the carnage in the Middle East and in Palestine. Plus, from the exit polls, it says that when they came out of there and they made an evaluation of the quality of life that they had under Duck as opposed to the quality of life that they had under Genocide Joe, they said it was better under Duck. Well, the white males, white women, and Hispanic men, they said that the economy, according to the exit polls, that the economy was the reason why they voted for Duck. And counter to our brother Barack Obama and others, counter to the statistic or the position that they was taking, that he felt like that he needed to dress African men in America down because we wasn't supporting Kamala to the degree that we had supported Genocide Joe and Hillary and him. You know, in past elections, he was saying, shoot, y'all, we needed to get our stuff in order. And see, the statistics that he was using is clear now, was further from the truth because, and I told him that, along with other people, Pastor Cosby, a number of people told him that or made mention of that what those statistics that you're reading, them polls that you're reading, they're not accurate because we're going to support our sister. And now when you look back at the data, it's clear. Black women was the biggest, we was the next, and then it fell off from there. So, and it was because she, some of it, did not separate herself from the policies of Genocide Joe. Instead of her saying that, look, that's how he's running it, and because I was vice president, my job is to support what he's doing, and I've done my job, but now I'm running to do his job, and when I go to do his job, it won't be his policy, it will be mine. She said that, but she wouldn't say what that was. She wouldn't say how that would differ. She would give signals that, look, if I'm in the seat, it won't be a continuation of Genocide Joe's policies, but she wouldn't say what. And the people Kamala, will your policy different to where is that you won't continue to supply arms to the Zionists that done stole land, stole Palestinian land, that you will quit providing arms for them to keep the land at the expense of killing men, women, children, and babies, just blowing them up. Kamala, will your policy differ than that? And she wouldn't say that it would. Now specifically, she said, well, Israel has the right to exist and not exist, the right to defend itself, and everybody has the right to defend itself. Now, them defending themselves is not the issue. Them trying to keep stolen land is the issue. But she would not say how her policies was going to be different, and so she wouldn't separate herself from Genocide Joe. And the people said, well, if you won't separate yourself from Genocide Joe, then we can't support you. We're not going to support you, and it looks like that you're going to allow our mothers and fathers and daughters and brothers and children to be killed because somebody is trying to steal the land which has been ours for centuries. And your policy, well, the policy of the United States of America that has been controlled by Genocide Joe, says that they're going to give these people, these thieves, arms to kill us in order for them to be successful in keeping the land. No, Kamala, if you cannot say that your policy is going to be different than that, then we can't support you. And when you look at separation, she should have separated herself, so the people understood that she was not going to be in a continuation of that elite white male thinking, because that's the policy and of Genocide Joe. And Duncan said he gonna do more of it. In fact, they report the first call that Duck got pretty much in the international arena when he won the race was from Netanyahu, saying, well, man, look, make sure that you continue to send these arms over here so that we can steal this land over here in Palestine, like y'all stole that land over there in North America, over there from the Native Americans. And in fact, not the Native Americans, the Native people. They wasn't no American. They was a victim of America. I'm telling y'all, I'm unbossed. Unbossed. And unafraid to tell you the truth. The truth is, it's the same way that these elite white males has established America, is the same way that them Zionists are over in Palestine trying to establish a nation, and Genocide Joe's policy is to help them do that. And Lord knows, and it bothers me that I was instrumental in that. I went to Vietnam and fought. Didn't know what I was doing. A 19-year-old kid went over there and fought people who they done made me think that was against the benefit of America. Went over there and put me in a situation where I helped to get people killed, trying to steal their land. They lucky enough it was not successful, but I was put in that position, and I don't want to be a part of that. I I don't want to be, even though there's benefit from it, but I don't want to be a part or continue to be a part of that, to where is that you will go and pretty much annihilate people and take their land, and not only take their land, take the resources out of the land and bring it up back over here so that you have a decent quality of life. And I want a decent quality of life, but I don't want to earn the decent quality of life if that's how you got to earn it. You just got to go out and be an international thief. I don't want to help in that. And I'm not happy that I helped in that. And I'm not going to help in that anymore. I'm going to take the benefit from where I helped in that. But I'm not going to do that no more. And I thought, wrongfully so too, I thought and gave America the benefit of the doubt that more people in America were thinking about that or thinking that way than was not. But the election proves that I was wrong. And not only does it identify that more were thinking about thinking of continuing to live a higher quality of life because they didn't care how the money or the wealth was being acquired. The statistics say that because it was the white male and the white female and the Hispanic male that elected a duck. They don't care how they make the money. Just let me live well. But we, as a people, was buying into the message, and when I say we, I'm talking about African females in America, African males in America. We were the support, the biggest support of let's have a change, because we've been the biggest victim of it. Ain't nobody else in America been enslaved but us. So yeah, we want to change the legacy of that and the continuation of that, the next chapter of that. No, we don't want to live it. But it says now the reality is that Duck is going to be in the position to make us live it because he won. The question is, and really the answer is, it's time for us to separate ourselves from that. W.E.B. Du Bois called it double consciousness. How we wrestle psychologically to understand how to exist in a society that has a history of enslaving us. How do we exist in that society and still keep our mental health intact? I'm saying that it can't be done. People have been telling us, and we've been struggling to get the vote to make the system treat us more humanely. Well, it's clear, very clear at this point. We voted in mass for something that would have been for our betterment, and the white folks, male and female, and the Hispanic male said no. It ain't gonna get no better. We don't care that you suffering. We living pretty good. We living better on the duck than what we live better on the duck than what we did Genocide Joe. So we going with duck. Elijah Muhammad told us years ago. He said, "Black man, do for self." Well, it's time. And it's time. And we need to get organized. And we need to make it happen. You've been listening to Elder Umoja Ajabu. Unbought, unbossed, and unafraid of the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the butt naked truth. And see, we are wrestling with how we continue to live a high quality of life. I'm telling you, we as African people, if we control the resources that are coming out of the African soil, then we as African people will live a quality of life that some of us couldn't even believe that we could live. We don't have to do what Genocide Joe is doing and Duck wants to do more of, even more of. We don't have to do that in order to have a decent quality of life. We just need to control that which is ours. Are you listening to me? And I'm saying that if we take our rightful place and control the resources coming from the African continent, which will compact the thinking around the world, if we take our rightful place, then we can straighten these people out. These people are going amok. They need leadership. And we will be the leadership if we just be who we are. Don't be trying to make ourselves fit in a society that has a history of enslaving us. Don't try to find a mentally healthy position in that. Leave that stuff alone. Separate. And embrace your own self. You can hear the elder every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. on the FM dial if you're in Indianapolis, 91.9 FM. If you're any place else in the world, catch us streaming live at www.919witt.org. If you miss something, you can go to the website, www.ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. www.ajabuspeaks.squarespace.com. Unbossed and unafraid. And a friend of our father and my brother, Jesus. And y'all know that I don't have but one question for you. Are you ready? Really? Are you? We got to control that which is ours. And we got to get organized to do that. And I'm going to have a forum. I'm putting together a forum of visionaries to talk about how do we go from here. In light of what happened to this in this election, how do we go forward? Not as a Democrat, surely not as a Republican, but as a people. We see that they voted against our people. This election, the white folks said, no, we're not going to have no woman, African woman, running things for America. Duck with all of his faults, convicted felon, groping women, tried to steal the country. They said, oh, so what? He's white. He's male. He's rich. And we're going to go with him. He's privileged. And the white male, and the white female, and the Hispanic male went with Duck. It's time for us to go with each other. Unbossed, and unafraid. As my brother coined, Black Power. I'm out of here.